We'll start with Meredith. First row on your right, Carlos.
Carlos, looking back at your last start against these guys, what do you take away from that, and what do you hope to adjust?
Yeah, I mean, not my best, obviously. Would have liked to put our team in a better position for a chance to win. It's just kind of one of those where you just turn the page. There's a few things you can look at, kind of how they approach the game. Other than that, I mean, they can obviously come out on, was it Friday? Yeah, it would be Friday. They could come out with a totally different approach, but it'll be something that I'll have to see on how they approach each at bat. But that's about it.
How badly do you want another shot at them?
A lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some redemption would be nice. I mean, they're such a great club. They have such a great lineup. I mean, it's just it's as a kid, it's something you dream of to pitch in the World Series, and to be able to pitch Game 6 would be such a great opportunity.
Other questions? We'll go to Mark, the third row on your right, Carlos.
Carlos, you're still dealing with the blister?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I've dealt with blisters before. Just they come and go, and it's part of the pitching.
But it's gone now?
Yeah, I mean it's blisters are here and there. Like I said, they're either there or they're not. I mean, they linger. It's fine, manageable.
The second row on your left, Carlos. John.
This team talked a lot about resilience all year.
Yeah,
but you haven't really faced an elimination game until last night when you actually needed to really bounce back. What impressed you the most about the whole night that you saw?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to offensively just to see the bats turn on like that. I mean, that's a big statement. The first three games if I look at it critically, I mean, we didn't swing the bats super well. Obviously, we didn't pitch well either, or as well as we should have, and we didn't swing the bats as well as we should have. So I thought yesterday was a more complete game for us, more signature for us of how we play baseball, and that's the kind of offense we have. So it's good to see.
Up front on your left, Carlos. Chris.
Carlos, how much trust do you have in Garrett getting the ball Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust anyone else. He is Garrett Cole. I was asked this last night. His resume speaks for himself. A future Hall of Famer. So it's going to be a treat to watch tonight. So I'm excited to watch him work.
The fourth row on your right, Dave.
Carlos, just kind of on those same lines with Garrett, spending so much time with him, aside from the obvious talent, what have you noticed about just mentally and preparation-wise that makes him well-suited for these type of games?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's just he's such a special mind. I mean, he obviously the way he goes about his work and just how he wants to make everyone else around him better. And just his mind is so I guess the confidence he has within himself. I mean, and obviously the confidence us as teammates that we have in him. I mean, it's he goes out there and steps on the mound and carries it with him. And like I said, I'm looking forward to watching him pitch tonight and see how he works.
About 5 rows back on your left, Carlos. Gabe.
Carlos, how much better are the vibes in there today after you guys get that first win under your belt and on the board?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, Game 5. We're down 3-1. I mean, it's still an elimination game, but there's definitely some positivity leading in from last night, and just go out there tonight and leave it all out there once again.
Third row on your right, Carlos. Peter.
Hi, Carlos. Just from a preparation standpoint, how do you prepare for a start that you don't know for sure is going to happen? Is there anything with the mindset?
Yeah, I think you just take it as, we're going to win tonight. And for me, mentally, I'm going to take it as we're winning tonight because I have to be prepared for Game 6. So I'm not going to be caught off guard for that.
Go one row up to Eric, if you don't mind passing to him.
Carlos, I'm sure you've played with some, young, hyped players,
yeah.
In your career. What stood out to you about Volpe? You obviously were with him last spring training when he was fighting for the starting shortstop job.
Yeah.
What have you observed with him?
Well, I had the pleasure of facing Anthony Volpe, I think, my first live VP last year. I think he hit 2 homers off me back to back. I mean, which I know isn't saying too much, because I do give up the long ball at times, and I'm not going to lie to myself here, but both of them were. I think one was on a fastball up, the other was a slider, and I just remember, I was new face last year, and then talking to Booney, I was like, I think this kid needs to be on our team. Like I remember saying that. I don't know if Booney remembers. I'm not saying I'm the one that got him on the team, but I thought he was very capable of playing in the big leagues. And then as last year he shows up and he swings the bat well. I'm not sure how many homers he hit some balls hard, and defensively he was a Gold Glove. I mean, that's pretty hard to do in Yankee Stadium, and let alone as a rookie. So I mean, big swing last night from him in a young career. So it's pretty soon to be expected from him, I guess, in those big moments. Hopefully not. That pressure doesn't weigh on him. But I mean, wow, what a moment for him with the grand slam and to put us up 5-2. I mean, so I'm hoping for many more moments for him in the future. But it's been a pleasure. I mean, defensively he's been so great. I know offensively this year it's not been super output, but I mean he's such a great baseball player that he's so dynamic as far as where he can impact the game for us. I think his ability, his baseball knowledge, and his ability on defense, his ability with base running. I mean, he's had an impact on a lot of these games, whether it's stealing bags or defensively making some pretty incredible plays. So, just looking forward to keep watching him grow and become an even better player.
Up front on your right,
Yeah.
Carlos, Ron.
You've been on several teams. How does each team develop mental resilience in the face of adversity, and why do you think it develops with some teams and not others?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think last night was definitely a moment for us. We've played fairly well this postseason, and we played two other very good, talented teams as well. But we won those series pretty quickly. But they were really good teams. I'm not going to take anything away from the Royals and the Guardians, because they were. But it's just being down 3-0, and I think this is part of the journey, the adversity. No one said it was going to be easy, so I think this is obviously one stepping stone to having our back against the wall, and obviously we have another one tonight. So I mean, all games are must win at this point. And then someone asked me, I don't know what it was, a couple of days. Oh, when I was in LA after my start, they said, "Did you feel like tonight was a must win?" And I told them, I feel like any game in the postseason is a must win at this point. Trying to win them all. So, but to get to your question, yeah, I mean, building adversity. I think we've had some close games early on in the CS and the DS, but obviously nothing like this. And I think this is hopefully this adds to our story here.
Do 2 more. John in the second row on your left.
The narrative going into the game yesterday was that the Yankees, have to score first, and obviously you guys didn't, but you still won. After the game, Aaron was saying, well, we don't want to believe we have to score first because we might not. But from your perspective as a pitcher, what is the difference between pitching with the lead?
I think it's the team with the most runs at the end that usually does well, if you ask me.
Does it change anything?
It doesn't really matter who scores first.
It doesn't change anything about how you have to approach or attack anything?
No, I mean, you're going to feel like you're behind, but I mean, like I said, I mean, it's pretty simple. Who has more runs at the end of the game, they win. It doesn't matter who scores first, second, third. And I think, I think in these games, a lot of anything can happen. It's a lot different than the regular season, especially in the World Series. Baseball can be a wonky game, so I don't think you necessarily have to score first.
And 5th row back, right center aisle, Tim.
When Anthony Rizzo was in here yesterday explaining why the Yankees still have a shot, he said Garrett Cole tonight, of course, and then, quote, a pissed-off version of you in Game 6. Do you think that's a fair description?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's the right description. I wouldn't say pissed off, but I'm trying to word this the right way.
Word it however you want.
I don't know. I'm trying to find the right words for you so you guys can have your quote that you want, but I don't know. I don't know. Mildly upset and under control.
Do you
That's
find
too
that
wordy.
do you find that you pitch well when you're in that sort of headspace?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a happy medium. There's a fine line, you know. I can't be the buddy guy. I can't be, you know, the guy that's super mad. I think there's a I have to kind of ride the fence. I can't go left or right. I think I have to be kind of like I don't know how to put it. I have to be somewhat robotish, but just, you know, internally not happy with the other team, right?
All right. Well, we more than mildly appreciate your time today, Carlos. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Who's got the first question for Alex? We'll start it in first row on your left up here.
Yesterday's supportive and electrifying energy that you found at the stadium, I haven't witnessed it since the Mexico against Japan World Baseball Classic. How much of that really affects you guys? And being to the last game at the stadium, how much do you think is going to reflect?
So you're asking about just the energy of kind of the stadium and how we as players feed off of it?
Correct.
Yeah, I think you know, for us, the stadium, like home field advantage is kind of like that, right? They're bringing the noise. They're always rooting for us, and you know, they're kind of nonstop on the opposing team. And I think it's, you know, like when you're an opposing team coming here, you feel that presence. You know, when we went to LA, the fans were all over us, and you know, you feel it. But at the end of the day, you separate it and still go play and kind of, you know, handle your game the way it is. But yeah, like the home crowd, the noise, man, firing you up. It's, you know, the vibrations in the field, like you can feel that, and it definitely gets, you know, some peaked adrenaline.
We'll go to the first row on your right, Alex.
Alex, you guys faced Flaherty in game one of this series. What do you take away from facing him in that game, and how do you guys adjust going into tonight's game?
Yeah, you know, obviously I think we saw him, right? We saw him with his best stuff, throwing as hard as he ever has, and, you know, kind of saw at least the game plan that he had on each one of us. And, you know, he might deviate from it slightly, maybe change some things in certain counts, but I feel like at the same time he's going to kind of attack to his strengths and what they are and kind of stick with his game plan. So for us, we got a good look at him. We got to, you know, he got the better half of us for a good part of that game, so we got to kind of just work our at-bats and, you know, get some runs early and just have better at-bats. I think we'll be good, though. We've seen him, so it's always a little easier seeing a person a second time.
We'll stay in the first row.
How do you guys feel after mentally and physically after winning Game 4 last night?
Yeah, we feel good. You know, obviously that was kind of like the big thing, just win one, you know, kind of, and it felt good just to, you know, have a little comeback win and then keep the lead, give it to our bullpen, and, you know, obviously add on late to where we could get some other guys in there. But, you know, I think we all want to play 7, so we're physically prepared for this. We're mentally prepared to play 7, and, you know, we just got to handle business each day now.
Did it take a lot of pressure off you guys?
I mean, we're still down, right? So there's still going to be pressure, but at the end of the day, I think it helped to win one, feel the offense kind of click, and, you know, feel things go right for us. And, you know, we're going to carry that momentum into today.
Go to Laura in the fourth row on your right, and then we'll do Mike after that.
Before coming to the Bronx, you had a few back and forths with fans in the outfield. What did you just make of that play yesterday where the fan kind of reached into Mookie's glove and tried to take the ball out?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it was, you know, maybe one of the more extreme, kind of trying to rip a ball out, but at the same time, it's that's kind of New York. I feel like that's what you expect out here. You expect some, you know, just some unique things, and you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was too serious. You know, I think Mookie kind of shook it off too. So, you know, that's just kind of the passion I guess New Yorkers have.
Go to Mike on your far right, Alex.
Along those same lines, as an opposing player who used to come in here, did you find this as an intimidating place to play?
I mean, for me, I you know, I enjoyed it. Like, I really loved coming here. I felt like it could be intimidating if you took it that way, you know, but it was just more like exhilarating, you know, just a lot of emotions, kind of just where, you know, if you don't perform, they're gonna let you have it. You know, if you do perform, they're still gonna boo you, still gonna do all the chants. So, you know, it's just kind of that you live in the moment thing.
As far as the fans involved in that play last night, they're not allowed back in for the World Series. Does that sound like a right measure for a punishment?
I mean, I don't know. I can't. It is what it is, right? If they were, I wouldn't have any problem if they were here today, if they weren't. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just that's what MLB deemed they wanted to do, and that's, you know, they got to show some type of, I guess, disciplinary act. So, it is what it is.
Go to the fourth row in the left center aisle, Zach.
You obviously played for the Dodgers, you played for the Red Sox, two of the flagship franchises. Now you've spent this year here. How would you what's it been like for you to be a Yankee and to play the full season here?
I mean, honestly, it's been awesome, man. It's been really cool. I know it wasn't my best personal year in offense. You know, we kind of grinded through some things, but as far as teammates and, you know, like being with the guys, it's been my favorite team I've ever played for, and I really do enjoy it. I think there'd be some stuff that, you know, maybe one day we can come back. If it's not next year, maybe it's another year, but, you know, would like to come back and kind of just show the type of player that I really am. I think we've seen it defensively, seen it at times offensively, but, you know, I'm usually a lot more consistent. So it'll be a goal to kind of just, you know, in the off season, take it, work harder, and always try to get better.
So you have thought about your future a little bit and would like to be back here?
Yeah, I mean, we all have, right? We all kind of do. Just gotta play it how it is. At the end of the day, I'm focused on winning a World Series. You know, trying to win today and then win to, you know, the next. So, you know, whatever happens.
Well, just last, what would it be like? You know, you're approaching your first time in free agency. What is that? What is that like as you're nearing a first like that?
You know, I'd say it's exciting, you know, to have kind of one of my, you know, my career worst year offensively going into it is a bummer. But again, you know, I'm in the World Series. You know, I feel really blessed that I'm on this team, you know, playing for winning organizations and contributing. So, you know, it is what it is. Free agency that will handle itself, and at the end of the day, we focus on today.
John in the second row.
Austin said that his mood, at least last night, was whatever, let's just go have some fun kind of. How pervasive do you think that mood is in the clubhouse, and how do you think it impacted the outcome last night and what you guys are trying to do now?
Who did you say said that?
Austin Wells.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know, I think that was kind of a big thing, you know, just kind of play relaxed a little bit. We, you know, I thought we played good the first game. Obviously tough luck, and then second game we got down and just really were flat. Same with the third game. So, you know, just to kind of get rid of all those maybe fears or doubts or whatever it was like, you know, man, what happens if we don't win the first one or second one? And it's like, dude, we went down 0-3. The worst thing kind of already happened. So, you know, put all that aside, and, you know, it's kind of like put your big boy pants on. Let's go. We got to show something. We got to go perform and act like, you know, just go play hard. And I think that's what Wellesley's kind of saying. When you have fun and you just let loose, and, you know, we all kind of looked at pictures of us when we were in Little League, and it was like, look at these little kids. You're playing on the biggest stage right now, but still have fun. And I think that was the message, and, you know, it was awesome.
You
we just had it like, you know, just a little. It was like like a one picture, but of like everybody in it, you know, and it was just and it just said have fun. You know what I mean?
All right, Alex, thanks for your time today. Appreciate it.